Hey, race fans, Alex Weaver here, joining you from my living room in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm now going to welcome in the crew chief for the number 88 for Hendrick Motorsports, Greg Ives. Greg, how are you?
Good to see you, Alex. I'm just here in my basement, just enjoying the quarantine life. But, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm looking forward to get going.
It's been a very different lifestyle for you and I and for everybody in racing because we're used to being in the garage every single weekend, especially in the month of April. That's kind of when the real season's starting to gear up. So what's quarantine life looked like for you over the last couple of weeks?
Well, on this side, I try to keep it clean as much as possible. I got my flag in the background giving me some motivation. This is the 200th win for Hendrick Motorsports from Darlington. So, every team's call that we're on, I just put that for motivation. But on the other side of the camera, we have some Nerf guns and Legos and some die-cast cars. My kids, they don't necessarily care that I'm on a team's call. They kind of come in, hey, let's go do something and walk back out. So it's a lot of fun. Definitely learning a lot about them throughout this time, but also maybe learning a little bit about myself.
Yeah, that patience level has been tested for sure.
Yeah.
So we now have that date. We now know when we're back racing. It was kind of an unknown for a couple weeks, but we now know that Darlington is the light at the end of the tunnel. So you guys have a win this season already, but what's it going to look like now that it's been even a longer period than what we're used to in the off season, now getting that car ready to go back racing at one of probably the most dueling and strenuous racetracks we have all season?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Darlington was on a schedule kind of far out there, but now coming to us a little bit earlier. I love that racetrack, not only for the challenge that it puts the drivers and the crews, but just the historic nature of that track. It's proximity to home. You can get on the country roads and head toward that racetrack. So, for the team guys, I feel like, us getting that win in California, being strong at Vegas, our 550 program is really strong right now, so to go back and be at, Darlington, at Charlotte, I think, is going to prove well for the 88 car. It's going to be a lot of fun, but, we're still focused on, getting our 750 program where it needs to be. Struggled a little bit at Phoenix, and I'm not sure why. I think I was pretty clear about that on Twitter that I don't know what my problem is there. Just looking forward to getting back to the racetrack, getting back in the groove. Like I said, learned a lot even about my team throughout this all. They all know how to get on some type of device and have a Teams chat. So they're never going to be able to get away from me.
I asked your driver, Alex Bowman, about pit practice and talking with guys in the shop and just making sure that the driver and the crew and the whole entire team is on the same level when we do get back racing. So from your perspective and from the crew chief hat side of things, what's that look like and what is pit practice going to entail?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, it's, pit practice is really, luckily he likes to dabble in a lot of different race type cars and keep the ability underneath them. But, as far as the pit crew, I check in with them pretty much every couple times a week. And some of them are in different type of training programs. My tire changer, he's in some sword game. I don't know. He sent me some optical game that he was playing. And my jack man, he said that working out with his fiance, puts it to another level because, the flexibility and agility, that training that she does, he doesn't really incorporate into his stuff. So everybody's kind of getting a different taste of what they're not comfortable with. And it's been a lot of fun. And as far as pit practice for us, we're trying to do it as safe as we can. The limited number of people going to the racetrack, I probably will have some type of responsibility behind the wall. I don't think I'll be lifting the can. I think I needed to work out a little bit more over the quarantine time, but, maybe I'll be holding a sign or rolling a tire in or something like that. But, it's going to take a whole team in different roles to adapt as quick as they can. And Alex is definitely part of that.
Well, I hope that we get the Greg documentary of Darlington because I can't wait to see what your duty is.
Yeah. It's probably I'll probably make it sound very exciting and then be like, what that's what he did. He caught the sign, like big deal, you
Hey,
know. But
everybody has to have a duty.
yeah,
That's what it
yeah,
entails.
and I'm gonna do it dang well, right?
I may not have the chance to talk to you in between these two races and two racetracks, but for the 600, we have the Coca-Cola 600 that we're also going to be racing now. That's a long race. Charlotte Motor Speedway is an iconic track too. It's home for everybody. So what's it going to look like preparing for that length of a race?
Yeah, I think the length of the race is going to be even added. Um, wearing out of the guys with the amount of races we're going to have. Having Darlington twice in a week, and then going to one of the longest grueling races of the year in the 600, and then have to back that up with another race after that. So it's going to be hard on all these guys. I know Alex is doing his job of getting his miles in and working out as much as he can now to on a more frequent rate, so that he can work on his recovery time. From the pit crews to the track crews to TV is going to be in and out in 2-3 days, so it's going to be grueling for everybody. But I'm pretty sure that we're all going to step up to the plate and make it happen. So I guess that's what I have to do as well. I guess I don't have a choice. So I'm fortunate to have the people around me have such passion for what they do. Everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, it seems like it's easy for me to get them to work, right? And they're always wondering what they can do to make us better. And when you have people like that, it's and for me in my position, it makes it pretty easy for me.
I think everybody will be excited to go back to work when we do get to go back. We already saw Hendrick Motorsports with you guys in the 88 getting to victory lane already for 2020. Does this break affect you guys as much as you think that it's going to? Does the strong start of the season continue for Hendrick? Because we saw in 2019, it was a different story at the start of the season for HMS.
Yeah, I still think you're going to see the strength of Hendrick Motorsports coming out of this, and hopefully, we prepared well over the quarantine time and communicated well and kept the momentum that we had started. I know I talked about this from last year. We had that Chicago win. We had a lot of great runner-up finishes, and then we kind of fell off. And that's been our goal, is not to fall off. And then we have basically 2 months of quarantine time. So our goal is to come back out of the gate strong, kind of like we did at Daytona. I felt like we had a good chance of winning. Vegas, obviously, without my bonehead call, but California came back and dominated. So. Looking forward to doing more of that. I don't know how to say it, but it's an exciting time. It's almost like the start of the season. You just have to attack a different racetrack. You're not going to Daytona for 2 weeks now. You're going to Darlington for 2 weeks in 3 days, basically, right? So
yeah, exactly. Well, we're looking forward to it. Good luck getting ready for Darlington. We know it's going to be an exciting show, especially from you guys in the 88 camp. I'm going to stick to my original statement that I told your driver, that your facial hair is better than his.
Yeah, it probably won't be lasting very long. May 17th, you'll be seeing a clean-shaven Greg Ives, but hey, I'll take that compliment.
You got it. All right. Well, good luck, Greg. Thank you so much for joining us, and get back to playing Legos while you have the time.
Yeah. I think Nerf gun war. Yep.
Got it.